Hello, friends. How are you? I hope you are all well. I'm good. Not, I know that I don't look like, but I'm good. I will tell you in a bit about this. Welcome, everyone. Uh, my name is Sofia, and this is my channel, Sofia Stitching Love. That's where I talk about my big hobby, that is cross stitch. If that's what you're looking for, please stay around if you're new. And if you're not new, if you've been around, you know what it's all about, don't you? So, another week has gone, and how fast it was. Um, First thing I want to say thank you to everyone for all those lovely comments regarding, well, the cross stitch, but especially the ones regarding my health. Got something on my face, sorry. Um, Oh God, I had no idea that I would receive all that love, all that care, all those prayers, all that concerning. My mom is just popping around and it's distracting me. But it was so nice to know that you are on that side over there, and that it's real friendship. Well, but I'm going to talk about my health and my all those things at the end, because we're here for cross stitch. And believe me, there's loads of things happened this week. There was there's a no ending. But well, so what do I've got to show you today? I didn't work in many projects, only four. Well, I only stitched in three, but I've got a fully finished to show you, and I'm loving it. Then I have a kit that came from Five Stitch. It's a lovely one, lovely colors, lovely seam. Then there's something, it's kind of a surprise that is not a surprise, because some of you kind of gave me the idea. Not that I never thought of, but I don't think I ever thought about it seriously. Do you know what I'm talking about? But let's leave it to the end, shall we? So let's go into the cross stitch. Oh, do you want to see the beautiful full finished object that I've got to show you? Are you ready? Look at it. What do you think of my finished? If you're new, this was a challenge between me and my daughter. She found out that we had two kits of the same. This is a Painting Fairy stamped cross stitch kit, and she challenged me, why not to stitch them one each. And I was like, what do we need two of the same? I know that we are two different people, but we live in the same house. No, we don't need it, especially because practically everything that we do, uh, we frame. But then this was the kind of stitch that I wasn't imagining it in a frame. Don't know why, because it's beautiful. I never thought it would come this pretty. When I looked at the kit, like the cover page and the stamped in the fabric, there's no way that I would ever thought that I would end up with this, trying to get like this lovely, lovely rabbit bunny. I like the name Bunny. Um, so she challenged me. I don't know how long we had until Easter, and she challenged me, how could we have them finished by Easter? You do one and I'll do the other one. And I said, okay, that's it. But then I challenged her back. I said, well, we don't need two rabbits of the same framed. And she was like, oh, why not? No, definitely. I don't think I need one on my wall, especially two. Then I challenge her back. Let's finish them differently. Instead of a frame, let's just do something original. And she hasn't finished hers yet. Sorry, I just had to stop because my mom came in and the dog, well, the smaller dog started to bark. Another light may be different because she shut one of the doors. So as I was saying, then I challenged her back, saying that we need to finish it in a different way. I have no idea of how. And this week I came up with this. This is like of a notebook. This was a plain notebook with a very like not hard cover, plastic cover, but very kind of soft cover. So what did I decide to do with it? Put a cross stitch in the cover, then make it a hard cover. So I added like a cardboard inside. Then I put fabric here and fabric in here. Put a little bit of lace all around to make it cozier, nicer, the way I like it. Then I add like these two threads. They're like special threads. It's like leather threads to make the book marker. Then I add them again, put them here with a button to close my book. I add two little like pearls at the end just to make it nicer. Then I will close it with a bow. Then I add some like trinkets, like keys. I think these were from like my daughter's diary when she was a child. And that's it. I make like a big circle in the middle of the cover to be able to add the fabric underneath. I loved the way it turned out. So I'm not sure yet what I will do with it, or I will offer it to my daughter. Well, I did ask her if she wanted. She said, Mom, I don't really have much use for it. And I think it's lovely to just stay in a corner. I think it needs to be used. So I don't know what I'm going to use it for, a diary or next year's cross stitch diary. That's probably what I will use. Or some sort of diary for cross stitch. Maybe something to do with, I'm going to tell you at the end, who knows, next year's or a new project for cross stitch. So tell me, do you like it? Have you ever finished something like in this kind of way? I never did. Usually just fries. Oh, again, there goes my dog. Shh, no, sorry. It's just small noises outside, and there he goes. But did you ever finish something different? I never. This was like one day of cross stitching instead of cross stitching. Not a full day, but the time that I normally spend for a cross stitch, it was, I don't know, 2-3 hours, I'm not sure. Instead of doing the stitching, I did this. I used glue to do it. I have no experience. I don't know how to do it. It's not perfect. I just went along and try like error and thing, and in the end up like that. I love it. The back is also the same. I put the fabric inside and out with cardboard inside to make it harder. So tell me, would you do something like that for you? I hope it will inspire to finish something different. It doesn't have to be like that as a book, but we don't have just to frame them, especially if you like to do smalls. And that's something that I think I'll be doing less and less because I'm just getting more in full coverage. I like the smalls to have something finished because I can go years without having any finished. But, well, let's just say it was worth it for me. It was a quick stitch and a lovely book at the end. So that was the first one that I've got to show you. I'm without glasses, so I'm not seeing very well. My glasses are really strong. I don't know how to say in English, like I do need help usually. Very strong help. Now, what should I show you next? I'm just going to show you this one, that it will be quicker. That is my lady's chateau. Yes, that's how it's named. This is Dimensions Design. And I'm sure I have the picture of how it was before, and I will leave you here. And this is the picture of how it is now, but I will also leave you the picture of how it will be once finished. And I love it. And for this weather at the moment, like spring, this is spring to me. I really love it. I've been working mainly around here in the castle. I know I did something just here to finish one thread that I had, but mainly it was around here. I didn't stitch as much as usual. In this one, I only stitched 500 stitches. It may look a bit more because some of it is half stitch. So once half stitch, I counted like 2 stitches to count as one. Um, because I count everything cross stitch. Not that the numbers matter to you, I believe, but I like to know. It's lovely, this scene. I like everything that is kind of romantic, that is kind of old, and these ladies in this, I don't know if you call it wagon, it's no wagon, I don't know how you call it, this like pulled by horses, is everything that I love. I'm sure I lived many other lives in the past. I'm sure I was a very rich lady, okay, because I lived something like that, you know. I always picture me in the past as a rich woman. Funny. Well, that's now I have to live a poor many like lack of money life. So I'm sure in the past I was rich. We have to experience everything knowing. So silly. It's lovely. I really like, and I love dimensions. If you never try them, give them a try. They're lovely. This work, sorry, I didn't give you much details. This is a 14 count Ada that comes in the kit usually, but I painted this with acrylic paint to give her more like not a plain color, but kind of these shadows, like if it was a dyed fabric. But instead of dyeing it, I decided to play around with acrylic paint. But now it's stiff, it's hard, it's not pleasurable to stitch as it should be. But this is me. I like to try everything. And if you don't try it, you don't know. So sometimes I fail it, sometimes it's a success. This was like in the middle. I got the effect that I wanted, but it is harder to stitch. So it's okay. Once finished, it will have just over 30,000 stitches. And it has 39 colors. Now, the other one that I've got here, it's my design that I've showed you in the last video. You can see the picture here. Are you ready to see how it was? Oh, I had so much fun doing this. Should we have a look? Oh, it's in this big frame. And can you see it? Here it is. What do you think? I don't think we'll be like as pale. If you haven't seen my previous video, I talk a little bit more about the experience of designing or like the pattern. I did the design. Well, let's just tell you a little bit about it. Quick. This design, it's my 2 dogs. I have a Doberman and a Lulu the Pomerania, and me in a very pretty younger version of me. And I did a couple of versions of the pattern. And I thought the one that I liked the most, it seemed like the colors were quite pale. But because I messed up something on the Saga app, but because I like to use Saga, but as I'm stitching, nothing was messed up. It's just the way that how do we call them? Hold on, sorry, let me think. You know when you try to see, it's not thumbnail, is like, oh, why am I missing the words? When you're trying to see how, the mock-up, sorry. When you're looking at the mock-up, it comes up as very pale colors. I will leave it here, the picture. But they're not. as you can see here now, is just something that I messed up at Saga. Because as I'm stitching it, you can see that the colors come up quite nice, a lot darker than I was afraid that it would. But there were a lot of confetti in the eye, but I love it. I won't change it a bit at the moment. I think the definition of the eye is just perfect. What do you think? It, as I said, he has ninja confetti stitches, but I think it's really, really worth it. Let me try to get it closer. See, I think they're worth it. I think we will see it even better when we've got more stitched, but I'm very, very happy at the moment. Now, this pattern, as I told you, I've designed it myself. I'm calling it Best of Friends, and the size is 450 by 675. Once finished, it will have 303,750 stitches. Now, there's loads of colors here, but that was my option. I love to work with blended. I think the people's skin, it always becomes really, really nice when you work with blends. So in total, I have 49 solid colors and 200 blended. It makes a total of 249. I've started this week, and let's see how it would be growing. You know that this will become another of my priorities, right? I want to see it grow and I want it finished. Mother's love will still be my first priority because I don't want to change that. But this will become my second one, definitely. That's it. Let's see. Would you like to see it grow? So just keep me company and we'll see it together. Oh, now I want to tell you something. I know I'm always talking about Painting Fairy. Sorry if you don't like it, but they did send me these little covers. I didn't put it here properly because I should have put these bars more further out and then this would stay on really nice, stretched. I find it very, very useful because I could see in Mother's Love one that the fabric here was getting a bit dirty because I always put my arm on it, and this cover really protects it. When you buy it, it comes with two, one for the top and one for the bottom. I'm using just at the bottom, and this way I have one for this frame and one for Mother's Love that is here on my side. I could do them myself. Yes, I could, but I prefer to be stitching instead of doing the covers. And for the price, I don't think that is that bad either. They also have like a bigger cover if you want to leave it on top of your fabric so it doesn't get any dust or anything. I didn't get any of those ones yet. And it also prevents, you know, if you leave your project, your work in a place like I do where there's loads of sun. Do you want to have a look to see how much sun I've got? There's not much sun at the moment. I'm just gonna, oh, sorry, it's not possible. I will add a picture later. It's not possible just to turn the camera around while I'm recording, but I will show you. Please don't be envy because that's not a good feeling. I've got lots of problems so far. I don't need any more. I'm joking. But yes, I have loads of light, big windows, and then the sun. If I leave my work there, sometimes I go to work, and if I leave my project just like that or my threads, we know that the sun will make you lose the color. I don't know how you say it in English. You know, it goes like it fades the color. So I think that's a really good idea. I will leave you the link in the description for this and the other cover in case you're interested. And if you use the link and if you use my coupon Sofia Souza, then you'll be able to have a discount. And I'm not even talking about the threads or the frame that you already know how much I love them. They are my favorite things from Painting Fairy, definitely. Now the other one that I've got to show you is, as you know, Mother's Love. And Here it is. Yeah. So this time I've stitched mainly around here. I'll put a picture of how it was before. Now I need to soon to finish these threads. I need to stitch them, but it wasn't this time because I wanted to see her head coming up. So I stitch again around 1500 stitches and I'm loving it. What can I tell you about it? Oh yes, I have something to tell you about it, but more to the end. So this one, if you don't know, is from Carol. She's a Russian designer and I call it Mother's Love because it doesn't have an original name and it's 350 by 474. Once finished, it will have 165,900 stitches and it uses solid and blended colors like the one that I've showed you before that I did. Lovely. And I think that's all I've got to show you that I've been stitching this week. I've been doing something else, but not stitching. Oh, I keep telling you things like this, don't I? So, what am I going to show you now? A collaboration box that came up. This is from 5 Stitch. They have these green nice boxes. Let's open it up. I know what's inside because I've already had a look. And it's a lovely kit. Then it comes, there's nothing else in there. It comes in a bag like this. Sorry for the noise. And here we've got a gift that they always send it. That is like a thread, a sample thread. This time they've sent me the blue 797. Then I've got this leaflet that tells us about their lovely thread, and you won't find thread better than this one. And again, I tell you that's not because I have a collaboration with them. That's what I really think. I love this thread. I won't change it for any other one. Then we've got instructions how to take care of our kids. As always, they send us these little bags with gifts. You probably have seen it 1,000 times by now. They've sent us some scissors, a pack of needles 26, size 26, 3 of these bobbins for if you like to park, and some like plastic rubber thimbles that I don't understand how to use, but that's okay. That's probably me. Now, let's go to the kit. That's always the best part. That's what we care about it, maybe, isn't it? Now, the kit comes in this plastic envelope. Let's open it up to show you properly. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to see it here but properly, but I can leave you the picture. And this is a beautiful kind of landscape and it's called Vibrant Italy. Look at this port, is how you call it. Harbor, that's the word. Is this lovely Italian harbor. It has lovely threads, lovely vibrant, not only in the name, but in the colors. It's really, really busy, like nice. It will look stunning when stitched. I ordered it in a 16 count. The colors of the sky in the picture are lovely. Now it comes with 56 colors, threads, yes. And from what I'm seeing, yes, it does not blend it. It only has solid colors. That's almost something new for painting fairy. But for people that don't like blends, it's perfect. Now I will show you a little bit of the pattern. Don't know if my camera would allow me to show it. Nice, but it's very clear. And I will show you the fabric. And I can tell you that this pattern is, does it say here the size? Yes, 369 by 277. And it's like this on 16 count. So it's big and nice. I like them big. It's not like huge, massive, but it's big. As you can see, the print is something that they are the best. They're the best for the fabric, for the frames, no, and for the threads. The fabric printing, the threads, and the stitching frames. That's the top things. They are lovely, lovely things, but they are the top three, if you ever ask me. Well, I'm saying they because you can see that somehow, I don't know what's the connection between 5-stitch and fairy painting, sorry, but you can see they are produced in the same place now and in the same way. Oh, what did I just drop? Here, there's some extra threads. There's like 2 bundles of extra thread, not 2, 1. And this is 939, yes, it's low. I've got this extra bundle and I've got these 2 organizer. They're plastic, so like they're really long lasting, and you can reuse them. I do when I finish the design. And God, I just hope I'm able to show you. This will definitely be vibrant. Can you see these colors? How gorgeous. Look at this, they're really strong colors. Well, there's some pale too here. Look. But they're stunning, stunning, stunning colors. I really, oh, let me try, see if I can show you in a better way. Look at this, look at that, and that, and also this. There's plenty of threads with extra blue, and look at this quantity of this one too. The 3799, yeah, and also 3345, 400. There's tons of threads, and they're lovely. They're my favorites. So it's really nice kit. I can't remember the price of it. I'm sorry. I should have looked into that. I forgot. But I will leave you the direct link underneath in case you're interested. And if you're worried about the threads, worried about the printing, worried about the organizations, don't, because they are really good. The only thing is the fabric is stiff, but it's printed. All the printed fabrics will be stiff. This is not the stiffer that I've ever seen. I've seen fabrics that not printed stiffer than this one, and then if you roll it one way then the other one and you keep doing that, it will become softer in no time. So this is what I've got from 5-stitch to show you. And now there's only one thing missing. And what I'm missing is I decided to give it a try at designing some more patterns. And I came up with 2. I'm having so much fun. What? This is another hobby, you know. This is a hobby inside of a hobby. I can tell you that I used to be looking for patterns all the time. And I keep on looking, like trying to find especially Russian designers because they're different. You know, the definition of the skin, if there's a lady or a human in a design, the way that they do skin is completely different. And I think one of the key points is using blended. But I couldn't find that in any other designer. apart from the Russians. And then it was hard to find them. It was hard the communication. And so last week I decided to give it a try and design that one. As if you've watched the last video, you know that I got in love with the design. It was exactly what I wanted. And then the pattern, I was a bit unsure um, last week because I hadn't tried it, to stitch it to see how it comes. But as I start to stitch it and I saw the eye coming up, I was like, oh my God, I was like over the moon, so happy. That means that now I can have the pattern that I want. I just need to come with the idea, get the design. Yes, I do use artificial intelligence, AI, because I like designing, but not like that. I'm not that good. So I use AI. And then I got a program, a professional program, and I'm designing my patterns now. So I came up with another two. I'm just gonna, I've got a PC here in front of me. I'm just gonna look at it as I'm talking to you because otherwise I'm gonna, yes, he doesn't want to open. Don't know why. Well, one of them, I call it, sorry, just a second. Sorry, I don't know why he didn't want to come up, but I'm fine now. So I designed these two patterns. I'm going to talk about the first one that I did. I called it Deep Ocean. And as you can see by the picture, it's a very bright, lovely mermaid. Sorry, I was thinking of the name in Portuguese. What do you think of it? I love all these colors. Sometimes when I fancy to stitch with strong colors, and I wanted some patterns that would make me feel summer. So, could you give me your feedback? Is this something that you would stitch? Do you? I don't know. Is it just me, or just give me some feedback? Tell me what you think of this. Uh, I love it. I know I love it. I know I would stitch it, so I will stitch it. I decided to do this lovely mermaid with like tattoos on her body and bright, bright colors, and I'm in love with it. So in this design, I used, let me have a look at the details. I've got him here. I think my dog is gonna go again. Sorry. Let me just open up. I was sure I had the details here. No, I don't. Why I don't have them? Not sure. So let's see. I know I did it for the other one. I was sure I had it for this one. So this one is 450 by 675. And I'm not going to be able to tell you here how many colors I used. I know I only used, I don't know why I've got the details. Sorry. I know in this one I only used solid colors. And I think I used more or less 200. Sorry, I'm going to see if I find the details. You know what, guys? I'm so silly. I was trying to find out the number of colors that I used to do this pattern, but it's in the name of the PDF. I've saved the PDF as Deep Ocean. That's what I called the design, Deep Ocean Mermaid, and then 229. That's the number of the colors that I used. Sorry, just me being silly. For the next one that I'll show you, I did like a proper PDF cover where I've got all the details, but this was the first one I didn't. So I've already said size, and then the colors is 229. I tried it in different sizes and in different number of colors, And then I decided that for this one, it deserved the, these colors. It would look a lot nicer because it's so bright, so many different colors in the design, and it looks really nice this way. Is there anything else you would add to this picture, or do you take off? I don't know. I really like it. Then I need another one, and you're gonna see why I did this one. Let me put a picture here. I'm trying to open mine, so I'm looking at what you look into. Sorry, let me go back. And this one I call it Ocean Love. Why did I do this? Why I did this? Oh God, this resembles you something. It does resemble Mother's Love, doesn't it? I tried to use a very similar shape for the emblems, for the faces. So many people ask me where they could get it, the original Mother's Love pattern, and I've sent everyone the link, and I realized that wasn't me. I wasn't just me that loved this picture. So I decided to do another one, and this is a mermaid with a little baby mermaid. I don't know how to call it, and surrounded by the ocean, all these bubbles. Now, do I stitch both? I don't know what to do. I will be finishing Mother's Love, but I'm so in love with this design. Would you stitch it, or is it just me? Please leave me some things in the comments. Well, I know what I like and I know what I will stitch, but then now I've got another problem, right? Before I would lose time searching for designers, searching for nice patterns. Now I won't have time to stitch everything that I like. Yes, it does take me time to do the design, to come up with the pattern, but then how many lives? Now I've just opened like the Pandora box, I can have anything that I want now. And I don't have time to stitch it all. That's another big problem. How to solve it? I don't know. But I've just had an idea, and just now, like, I'm going to give you these two patterns away. Well, I didn't give anything away when I reached the 2,000 subscribers, so I can do it now. Yes, I can. Okay, so I will give these two patterns away. They just come in this size with this number of colors. Let me tell you about this. And sorry, I keep going forward and backward. Now, this one I did a proper. I can leave you here the PDF page, and in this one I can tell you that it is 400 by 600, 400 wide, 600 high, 49 solid colors, and 180 blended. So I know that not everyone likes this. This is a big full coverage. Sorry. And I gave it my name, SSLD. That's Sofia Stitching Love Designs. I don't know if I will ever do this to sell. Maybe I will. It's something that I want to think about it. Now it's been just for fun, but at least the name is here. It's mine. Whether I just do it for fun or I will end up selling them, I don't know. So I'm gonna give them away to two different people. One can have one, and one can have the other one. You can go for both, but the one, imagine that I'm going to ask you to leave some names in a comment, some words. Let's try to come up. Well, they call me mermaid because they're both mermaids, so let's not confuse. let's go. One is bright. No, no, sorry. Let's say color. So if you comment color, if you comment love, you coming up, you getting your name up for the patterns. You can try for both, but I will only give you one, whichever one comes up first. So I give the opportunity to two of you. What else? Well, we'll do it on the next video. No, I'm going to leave you with more time. Sorry. Let's say 2 weeks. Right. In 2 weeks' time, so not in the next video, in the other one, because I know some of you, it take a little bit longer to see the video because I get the comments, so I know that some of you get a bit longer. Oh, sorry, I'm so confused. So I'm going to give them away for free, of course. And just don't say giveaway or anything because I want to be, that's what I was saying before. Please, only run up for them if you really want to stitch them. Because if it's just to get them, don't do it. Leave it for someone else that would like to stitch it. So think about it because they're big. I know that not everyone likes full coverage, not everyone likes big patterns, but if you do, please, I would love your feedback. You don't have to give me a feedback if you win them and you're stitching them, but I would really love if you could. So, oh, this is going to be fun. I'm going to give them away. That's lovely. That's it. That's what I had to tell you about cross stitch. And now I'm going to give you, I have such an itchy nose, sorry. Just going to give you some following up on what I said. No, I've got a red nose. Yeah, right, sorry. Of what I said to you last week. And you've been so kind to me that I need to tell you, this is not sad, people, okay? Last Tuesday, I was sad. I'm the kind of person that goes like down, but it won't last more. I don't think I ever had a problem in my life that would last more than 3 days to come back up. And I had some big problems, believe me. So it was just a Tuesday. I went really down. The problem is still here. I'm still losing my hair like hell. But I think I may know the reason. I'm not 100% sure, but there's like 90% probability of knowing what it is. Let's go back. I'm a hairdresser. I'm a nail stylist. And a few years ago, I had an allergy. Is that how you say it? No, there was like a product that my body wouldn't accept anymore. Is it allergy? I think there's another name in English, but I can't remember. All my fingertips came up in really, really bad. I had like pain in them, but then they become with an infection and all that. And we found out there was a chemical inside of the nail polish, the gel nails and the acrylic nails, that I became allergic. I wasn't, but because of continuous contact with that chemical, I became. So I'm going to find the word. I know he's not allergic, sorry. Sorry, I think I'm being really silly. Oh, you may have a laugh at me at the moment. I wish I could see you. The translator, he tells me that he's allergic, so don't know why I'm thinking of another word. But it's like if my head is telling me there's another word. So I became allergic to this compound, this chemic, and it's called acrylic. And they did all these tests and I'm allergic to it. At the time I even thought it was metal. I had to look for different needles to keep on doing cross stitch. Oh, one day I will do a stitch along and I'll tell you all about it. This was so funny. I even did a nail out of a toothpick. I did a nail out of how do you call it? The bones from the fish. You don't know bones. They are, you know, that thing in English. Okay. I did nails. I did needles out of everything to be able to keep on stitching. So that's how addicted I am to stitching. But let's just carry on. Otherwise, this video is going to be huge, no ending. So in January, I work with a brand, a very well-known, very good brand at the salon for hair, and they've launched some new shampoos and all these new shampoos, mascara, everything new. They kept on having the other ones, but they've launched some even like luxurious ones. And of course, I had to bring one home and to use it. And what was inside of it, you know, don't you? It was acrylics. And I looked at the ingredients and I didn't see it. Well, I did need to change my glasses. I certainly needed because, well, I looked while they're still at the salon, and then I brought a big size, a 1 liter one, home, and I just started to use it, and then last Tuesday evening, I think it was, or Wednesday, I'm not sure, I decided to go and look back, and there it was, acrylic. So it was like, oh no, that's why my hair is like this. And believe in me, it's like if I'm doing chemo, I'm a hairdresser. I know what is losing hair. I'm a hairdresser for nearly 20 years, and I never had a customer that would lose so much hair, like so much hair, like I'm losing at the moment. So believe me, I know what is losing hair. It's not, I'm just saying it like that. Oh, you've never seen someone lose. I did. And this is really bad. But then, well, I already spoken with a doctor that treated me for thyroid problems years ago, and very nice clinic. Well, I didn't spoke with him. I didn't want to go directly to him yet. I spoke with people that work there, and they prescribed me all these blood tests. So I'm doing them. I just did it 2 days ago. I'm waiting for the results anyway, because it could be something else together. But I'm not using those shampoo, no, the mascara, nothing. You know, that I've stopped, but my hair keeps on falling. It could be natural because, you know, the root is damaged, so it is normal that it would still keep on falling. But I'm not as worried as before. Well, because what was worrying me more, it was not me losing my hair. What was worrying me is, am I sick? Am I deeply sick and I don't know it? That was what was really worrying me. But now, because I'm convinced that it is just the hair, if I lose my hair, I lose my hair. I don't care. Because just picture this. This was even worse, but it's funny. You know, if I would tell you so many things that have been happening in my life in the last weeks, everyone is telling me, go to a witch, because that's not natural. After that, on Tuesday, I went to the dentist. You're not going to believe it. I had my mouth all open with all this equipment inside. The dentist had so much trouble to put everything inside properly to replace one. It was not the tooth, it was the inside. I don't know how to say in English. Okay. They like killed the root years and years ago, and they put this compound inside, and now they had to replace it. And they took it off, and they like isolated all my mouth just with the tooth out. And they had so much trouble to put all that correctly that when they were starting, I smelled acrylic. You know, I worked with it for years. I know the smell. And I was like, no, this is not true. But I couldn't talk. Of course, I could tell them, just stop everything. I mean, make them a sign like to stop, but I couldn't. It was so hard to have all that work. Call me silly, but stupid, whatever. But I didn't stop them. I was just like, no, this is not true. This can't be. So I let them finish the work. And when they finished, I asked the doctor, look, when you were just starting to put the compound back again, I smell the first thing that you add. I smell this acrylic smell. And she says, no, it's not acrylic. And I tell, oh, be careful because we need to be careful because I'm allergic to it. We need to know if it is. And she says, no, she even told me something that it made sense to me, but just at the time she said, look, if you were allergic, you've already been using this for years and years. If you were allergic, we've already had found out. But it didn't came to my head that I wasn't allergic before. It was just like 4, 5, 6 years ago that I became allergic. So she told me that, and I was okay in my head. But then, like 2 days after, the inside of my mouth, it went crazy. Just this irritation, it become like really a hound. I don't know how you say the name. Just my English is not that good anymore. You know that. I don't need to tell you that. But it became a horrible, really, really bad. And I like, oh my God. So I called the clinic. I asked to talk to the owner that is actually one of my customers. And I asked her, I begged her, please, I think acrylic was used in my tooth and I am allergic to it. Can you please just make sure? And she went to look and she came back. She said, I'm really sorry to tell you, but you're right. It is acrylic. But I have bad news for you. There is no compound. We can't do this type of work without acrylic. There isn't anywhere in the world. I've just been searching and we don't have anything else that we can be used. There are some that have less quantity, but there isn't any with no acrylic at all. And I was like, oh, what now? But good news is that no, I haven't found any, but my mouth is practically fine now. It went back to normal. So my body, I've already been told by someone else before, my body is very, very good at recovering. So I'm fine now. I don't know what to do because she says I have another one that we need to do the same. So what do I do? Do I risk it? Do I take the chance? Because there'll be one day that this could be really, really bad, and I may not be here next day, because all my lungs, like, they can swallow. And oh, let's not talk about that because that is never gonna happen. And then if it does happen, we won't be here talking about it, so you'll be fine anyway. And then, do you know why I'm not wearing glasses? Because this Tuesday I went for a walk like I'll go almost every morning, and I had a fall and I scratched really bad. Now this is a lot better by now. I scratched my face, I scratched all my hands, I broke my glasses. I have pain everywhere. My shoulders ache, my elbows ache, my wrists ache. God, there's so many things happening, and I'm not telling you about all of them. I just keep on thinking, what's going to be tomorrow? Because I'm even scared about next Tuesday because I don't know why, but Tuesdays and Saturdays, it seems like something is happening. Look, I just going to tell you one more quickly because this is a very, very dangerous thing and they usually don't tell us about. Sorry if the video is long, but you don't have to stay here if you don't want. You don't have to be listening to me, right? I have at my showers, I have this glass divider. There is the best that exists, they tell me. It's like they are prepared. I don't know how you say it in English, but they prepare that if something happens, they're very hard to break. But if they ever break, they break in very, very small parts, so we don't get hurt. Now, suddenly I come from work on a Saturday and there's no one home, and I've got all my windows shut, all my doors shut. And when I go into the bathroom, all the bathroom is covered in glass. That thing broke spontaneously on its own. There was no one there. No one had gone inside. There's no doubt of that. And everyone was telling me that is impossible. That is impossible. I asked insurance for help. They tell me that's impossible. Actually, they tell me if I don't have a reason for an accident, they won't pay anything. They cannot help me. That just makes me go crazy. So, do I have to lie to them? That would be silly. Well, they don't pay, whatever. But that's not right because insurance should cover this. But everyone was telling me that was impossible. And then I talked to another of my customers, the lovely people. She's an engineer on this particular thing. She works in a company where they do these glasses. And she tells me it is normal. This glass is suffers such like since the moment he's made. I don't know how to explain it properly in English. I understood and I am able to explain it in Portuguese, but in English, no. From the moment that they do this treatment to the glass for it not to break in big pieces, the glass becomes in like high pressure. It's like all is the little pieces inside the molecules are like in tension all the time, and that's why it doesn't break, why it makes it stronger, and why if it breaks in tiny pieces. But that means, sorry, that means that the glass is in real tension forever. And some of them, she says, like 1 in 100, it can spontaneously just crack. She says, normally they don't like explode on anything. You start to listen to a noise, like a cracking small noise, until it just comes apart. But there was no one at home, so we didn't hear the noise. But when I saw it, when I came home and opened the door of the bedroom, I had the bathroom door open, but I had the bathroom door open, but the bedroom one, it was shut. I just opened the bedroom and I was walking. I saw all this glass shutter from the bathroom all the way to the bedroom, uh, and and I could still hear the cracking, the small cracking noise. And she says, "That's it. That's how it starts. It starts you listening to that noise, and then it will fall, and it will still be like that for a long time." So, friends, I'm just telling you that to be careful. Everyone is free to have whatever they want and they can afford, but they never told me how dangerous they were. They don't tell us this apparently. Well, she says when she teaches people, when they give courses to the selling people, the people that sells their products, they tell them about this. They know, so they were supposed to tell us, the buyers, uh, how it really works. But no one ever told me, and I've already questioned lots of other people, and no one knows about this. Even the person, the company that put them, because I built it my own house. The person that put it in place, I talked about, because it could be the installation that wasn't properly done, but it was. If you go there, it's still glued all around, so it's fine. But he told me that he's already applied to like thousands of bathrooms in his life, and he never saw one happening. So, but then he just goes, put them there, and then goes away, right? And he didn't know. He said, now I've talked to him, and he said he was never aware that this could happen. But it does happen. So just be aware. So, no, having the information is the main thing. You do whatever you want in your life. But I wish I knew this before I get them installed, because now that one is going to be replaced with something else, but not glass. And I have another one, and I'm taking them off, and I'm going to replace it with something else, because as my daughter having showers in there, and that's something I definitely don't want to risk. There's loads of other things that can happen, but that one I can prevent. So I'm taking it out. That's it. this video must be very, very long by now. So let's focus on the good things. That it's my cross stitch and my designs. So leave me some comments, please. That's all I ask. Oh, I'm gonna ask something else. I never ask, if you're still here with me, I'm gonna ask you something. I never ask, I think, anyone to subscribe or like or anything, but please, YouTube keeps telling me that most of my viewers are not subscribed. So why not? Please subscribe if you want. You don't have to. Okay, guys. I'll talk to you next week. I'm not going to say I'll see you because you will see me. I won't see you. I wish I could. I wish this could be two ways. So, to this be a two-way, keep on leaving me comments. Please, please, please. I love to read them and I'll reply to everyone. Sometimes YouTube doesn't tell me about the comments. I only found out about them like really later on because I'm going through them to make sure I didn't miss anything. But it's something to do with YouTube. I don't know why he does that. And also, some people complain that some of the videos are not translated. It's not me, it's YouTube. I don't know how to change that. So sorry, I can't do anything about that. I do hope that every single one gets translated. But I don't think there's nothing I can do. I'm not a very big technician. Well, I'm not a technician at all. I'm a cross stitcher and I'm a hairdresser, and that's it. So, guys, you take care of yourself. Don't be an hazard like I am in the moment. Just take care and be safe. Bye. Love you all.